Just in and so good. Thousands of new fall deals have arrived at Nordstrom Rack stores, and that means thousands of fresh reasons to rack.
Because fall equals sweaters.
Why do I rack? Because check out these boots.
Because there's always something new.
Save big with up to 60% off Vince, Steve Madden, Kurt Geiger London, Theory, and more. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Women are supposed to understand that real men are gonna have skid marks in their underwear.
Really?
I guess that's why your ex-husband had period stains, huh?
And now, Cheese Wits.
That is so weird. It's Jess is a cunt. Join the call. I've never seen that come up like that before. That is the weirdest thing.
But you can hear me is my question, right?
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm going to get to my destination here in a second. So, Chris can hear me just fine.
What?
Hey, Chris, how was the Great Frederick Fair?
The Great Frederick Fair was great.
Was it?
No, it sucks.
I don't miss going there at all.
Fucking raining the whole time.
Oh, so that makes it even more fun to get from the parking over to the events. If you park in the center.
Uh-huh.
I am not a fan of any of the fairs around here. All right, I'm almost at the the area where I'm going to go where I have the best free internet.
I'm the one that gets to have the shitty connection, Wally, not you.
That's right.
I'm trying to find a good Wi-Fi connection, which happens to be outside in the parking lot outside of the Spectrum store.
Oh,
listen,
that's better than last time when you went to the Speculum store.
Yeah, that wasn't going to work at all.
It was a bad day for everybody.
That really was.
It wasn't good there.
And we cannot have a repeat of last week because that was some bullshit.
Yeah, and plus, just I fucked up sending you the thing,
Chris, you didn't know about this part. Wally sent me the peak file instead of the audio file.
Well,
twice.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Wait. But so all I did was I did what I always do. I just moved it from my computer over to, what do you call it? Whatever we call it. I don't know what you fucking call it right now.
Email?
No. What is it? What is it, Jess? What is it?
I don't know what you're trying to say, Wally. I am not a mind reader.
No, where do I send the stuff that takes big files?
Dropbox?
Yes, Dropbox.
There it is.
So I dragged it over to Dropbox, but it was my fucking fault because I looked at just the icon and the icon showed the speaker. And I said, oh, yeah, okay, great. Boom. And moved it over. And I also emailed the same file. I should have known when I emailed it was wrong because it went over too easy. It should have been a huge file. But it was, wow. Fucking thing is moving.
Look how fast
really
my internet is.
I know. That's what I was saying. Wow, this fucking thing is moving
high-speed internet here. It's so good.
It was working fucking fabulous. It's like, holy shit.
And then he finally sends me the actual audio file, and not only there's going to be a difference in the audio quality from one to the other anyway. Not
Sure.
that one's better or worse, but it's just they were recorded in two different spaces on two different machines. But mine, when we're recording, I make a really big effort to match up my audio with you guys. And you guys are both on the same channel, so it's not always easy to match it up, but I do my best.
Right.
But Wally's is way up here and ours was way down here.
As it should be. No, well, and obvious the reason why was I didn't even get fucking on my computer till halfway through, and I just hit fucking record just to record it because we're having an issue. I never even looked.
So all of that to say, instead of taking an hour to just listen to it and slap the opening and closing pieces onto it and publish it, it took me like 7 hours to get everything done
and
together.
I believe weren't there some skips in? Wasn't there a skip?
Oh yeah.
In the one I sent you.
Wally's audio was also. It was like his computer was buffering or something, and so there were complete conversations I had to just cut out because you couldn't. It would skip, and you couldn't hear or understand what was going on.
Yeah, my computer was having a bad day. So I have to tell you, just before we got on. And by the way, when I don't have internet, I can't open my garage doors. It's just so fucked up.
We've talked about that before.
It so sucks. But this is I did a delivery just before I got home today. It was on my way home. It was actually in the town I live in, but it was also in a section of town that I don't generally go to because it's the section of town where
the blacks are. He's not going there.
They don't have that section, Chris.
No, it's the Trump Vance section of town.
Oh,
definitely not where the blacks live.
But it's the trailer park Trump Vance section of town.
Oh,
it's the falling down trailer park. It's I got 8 cars in the yard section of town. So if they sniff that you might have voted Democrat, they're going to shoot at you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I'm delivering 2 tubes of Ivermectin.
Why, did somebody have COVID?
Jess, I was looking because I use Ivermectin. Well, I don't use it anymore, but we use Ivermectin to warm our horses.
Which is, I believe, its intent.
That is its intent in the big tube that looks like a big giant syringe that says, you use it for 12 to 1,500 pound horse.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to the house that I'm going at, and I miss it because I'm looking for horses. Figuring, they must have some horses back here somewhere. There's no horses. So I turn back around, there it is. And it's a little fucking house, and this fucking woman comes out with 4 teeth and says to me, "Are you here with the Ivermectin?" And I'm here. Yep. Here you go. Here's your Ivermectin. And I said, I was looking for horses. She goes, "Oh, no, it's for humans too, you know." And I fucking knew right there. All I could do, I'm very fortunate to still have a tongue left.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking biting down. I maybe have tasted a little blood in my mouth. Not sure. But, I mean, there is Ivermectin for human consumption. There is a pill you can get if you get the worms.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a salve. But you can't take the 1,200-pound apple-flavored paste for your horse.
Is that what it was you were delivering?
Yes, that's what I was delivering. That was it. Ivermectin to this woman.
Where did you go? The tax shop?
Yeah. Because,
so you delivered from the tax shop. I figured you were doing DoorDash for fucking Walgreens, not the tax shop.
No, I was delivering it from the Tractor Supply. I picked it up at the Tractor Supply on one of my side gigs.
And it was the big dose that's for horses that you were delivering.
12 to 1,500 pounds.
Wow.
Same stuff I give my horse. It was the same shit I gave my horses, apple flavored.
Now, they post?
I used to get shit from the Tractor Supply for my arm. When my arm would hurt, I'd get the Tractor Supply. What I forgot what it's called, but the stuff they give horses for their joints.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get that from my rotator cuff.
Glucosamine?
No. It was
the rub?
Like the minty gel.
Yeah. We have to rub that, but that's good. That's fine because it's a topical.
Yeah.
Right. That's external. It's a topical.
Now,
I'll give you something topical.
Will they post in the neighborhood Facebook group when that lady dies?
Oh God! Maybe. I mean, I got to tell you what. It says it just boggles my mind that people are in that space, and I hesitate to say anything bad about folks who think this way. It is their thinking, but fucking what an idiot! I don't want to speak ill of the dead, But that bitch died on her own.
That bitch, she done it to herself.
She done did it to herself. You got that right.
It's about time you joined Chris and me in speaking ill of the dead.
Yeah, it's about goddamn time, Wally.
It's just fucking it's just unbelievable to me. And they look at me, or they look at you, if you're not getting it, they're looking at you like you're the idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's for the COVID. It's for worms, you dumb fuck. It's for worms. And it specifically says not for human consumption, for livestock only.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just, but you can't tell them because you get canceled immediately. They would kick me out of town probably if I said anything.
No.
I'm sorry, but here's the border. You're going to have to move over to the next town where they have the incest. You're going to go.
The sheriff is a bong.
It really does. It's crazy shit. It's as bad as the folks who are really believing that cats and dogs are being eaten in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the cats. It's and they're fucking they're doubling down on it. They're hammering it.
Of course.
And and the sad part is that fucking town. They've closed the schools down now for 4 days. You know, every last Friday and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday they closed the schools. They've got fucking state police. It looks like, you know, I don't know. It looks like George Wallace is the governor there. They've got the state police escorting kindergartners into class because there's fucking nut jobs, and it's just fucking nuts. Yeah. And then Trump gets shot at again. How about that?
Oh, I missed that.
Oh yeah, well, he was shot at over the weekend, Sunday.
Oh.
Actually, nobody shot at him. There was somebody laying in wait at the golf course, and they it's the bizarrest shit ever happening in this fucking country. There's a fucking guy laying in wait for the president at the golf course to shoot at him while he's golfing. Come on, dude. It's really what you want to say. You just want to say, come on, dude.
And I want to say that about so many things that people are like, that whole Chase Bank thing. Like the repercussions of that are still, you know, they're still playing out. And it's just, what did you really think? Like, some of the people are upset who participated in this glitch that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where they wrote a check on their own.
The robbery?
Yeah.
Right.
They wrote a check on their own account, deposited it into their own account for tens of thousands of dollars, then immediately took money out and did not somehow understand that was check fraud. That's what we called back in the day bouncing a check.
Right.
And then they're surprised that if they had, let's say, $1,000 in their bank account, which that's probably generous, but let's say they had $1,000 in their bank account before they participated, and now they're surprised that $1,000 is also gone in addition to the money that they put on the check because the bank is trying to cover the check. So now they're in the negative and they have no money.
That's fucking. So people are constantly thinking that there's a back door. There's a way to get ahead. There's one way to get ahead. Well, there's two ways. Fucking inherit it or work for it. I can name
7 or 8 ways, Wally.
well, that would involve money and a street corner in Baltimore.
OnlyFans.
Right. But really, it still work though. You know, if you got to pull off your panties and show your coochie, that's work. I mean, you probably had to, you know, clean it up a little bit. Maybe, you know.
I mean,
take
I was
a
just
shower,
talking
who
about
knows?
pictures of my feet, but okay.
I forget that people just feet pictures too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
That's just that's disgusting shit.
The feet is disgusting, but not the coochie.
No, but think about that for a sec. Just let that fucking permeate your brain. Fucking looking at a coochie is like, oh man, that's fucking awesome. Looking at feet, oh god,
God, you and your disgusting toes.
oh, that's fucking. Look at those hobbit-like feet. Oh. But you know, we are fucking just goofy motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
People are just goofy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we think about, you know, oh, look at that dog licking his own ass. That's fucking nothing compared to what people do.
The dog's like,
They're
look
licking
at that
other
guy
people's
looking at somebody's
asses.
feet.
Yeah. Dogs don't lick other dogs' asses.
They don't.
People will lick somebody else's ass in a heartbeat.
I thought dogs did lick asses, and that's why I don't let my dog lick me anymore.
They sniff
They only lick
asses.
their
They lick
own
their own
ass.
asses.
Right,
No,
they
I don't
sniff
have a dog.
ass. Yeah, but dogs don't walk around licking other dogs' asses. That's not part of their ritual.
It says
They
you.
don't go up. No, I've got dogs. There's no ass licking going on. It's just, yeah. Those fucking the people of the Chase Bank thing. What did they think was going to happen?
Who knows?
Did they think they were just going to get? Look at me. I got $500,000.
I got really stuck on the part that they wrote the check on their own account. Like they wrote their own check to themselves and somehow thought the bank, which has my social security number, my home address, my income.
Both of you. What the fuck is your problem? God damn it, Jesse. TikTok said it was okay.
Well, that's it. People are going to go into court and say, I saw it on TikTok. They said it was
you're
okay
excused.
to do this.
And
You're
then
fine,
Congress is
right.
going to be like, and that's why we have to ban TikTok.
But that's people are going to use that as a defense, and Chris is right. And then they're going to be fucking surprised. Oh, the fucking justice system sucks. It's the justice system. They're out to get me. No, you fucking tried to steal from the bank, you dummy.
Yeah.
You might as well just walked in with a gun.
You know what else I saw on
I'm gonna go
TikTok?
You know what? What else you say?
Oh, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, it is, we have all this bullshit and all this TikTok stuff and all this stuff on the news. I mean, I'm going to write myself my own check so I can balance it and buy a bunch of lube and go out with P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah,
He's
one
fucked.
fucked man. He is
Yeah.
fucked.
100% fucked.
Yeah.
No one will be seeing him again except in some sort of fucking scared straight video.
I'll be missing you. Yeah, get the fuck out.
Him and R. Kelly are going to share some time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a guy who's going away for a long, long time, I think.
Hopefully somebody makes him their bitch in prison too.
No, you know
I'm
what though?
Pretty sure.
But I think he'd be.
Wally's like,
he'll
it's not all that bad.
No. I think he'll be celebrated. The fucking criminals of that kind of that ilk, he'll be celebrated because he's rich and he was getting his paper and yada yada and whatever. It's not unlike anybody who's super wealthy. People, they can do fucking almost anything, and people will overlook all of it because, man, you got yours. And that's the fucking winning hand right there. The winning hand is, doesn't matter if you kill people, doesn't matter if you're a woman beater, doesn't matter if you're a fucking child rape, as long as you got yours.
It's my understanding that people who fuck with kids do not have a pleasant time in prison regardless.
Well,
That is correct.
I don't think they have a pleasant. Yeah, you're right. But they just fucking get looked at just wealth gives you some sort of pass on being an asshole, not on the child raping. Sorry, that is correct.
Yeah.
Because Jared might have been the richest guy to go to jail for being a pedo, as they would say in England. And I don't think did Jared get killed in prison?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Is Jared still alive?
It was what's his name?
No, he's still in prison. He's still in jail. But they make him listen to music.
Who's the
jail to kind of torture him. You know what his favorite sonata is, right?
Oh God!
What is it?
Anything in A minor.
Oh, I just shouldn't have asked.
Too soon? Too soon?
I just shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have shown any interest in it. I shouldn't have brought it up.
You sound like my first wife.
I shouldn't have brought that motherfucker up.
So this is the other thing that I've recently learned on TikTok, that women are supposed to understand that real men are gonna have skid marks in their underwear.
Really?
I guess it's why your ex-husband had period stains, huh?
But so what's the rationale? The way I would
high-five you if we were in the same room, Chris.
Yes, I know.
What is the rationale for the skid mark controversy? What is the rationale?
Just that men have skid marks. And men want to defend themselves in their skid marks because that means they're a real hardworking man that sweats and shits. I don't know.
Skid marks ain't from sweat.
I know this.
Wiping your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen. Let me tell you a skid mark story. Okay. Can I tell you a skid mark story?
It's just too fucking bizarre. Hold on, everybody. I want to tell you a skid marks.
So I was talking to this woman named Julie. Maybe you're aware.
I've heard of her.
Oh no.
You know, she was a pretty big fucking deal. And she was doing the wash one day. And I was doing the wash with her. You know, and we're pulling stuff out of the dryer. She's like, right. Christopher, you skid mark on your underwear. And I pulled out a pair of her bloomers and said, you know, Julie, what do you call this? She said, well, that's discharge. I said, what do you think mine is? Mine's a fucking discharge. And that was the story about the first time that Julie hit me. So, it's neat.
Did she hit you like in a vicious sort of wants to hurt you way?
She hit me and then walked away from the laundry machine, the laundry room rather, walking away going, you know what your name is? Your name's motherfucker. That's your name. So you can take it any way you want, I guess.
I am a very conscientious wiper.
And we've already discussed the whole ass washing scenario.
Yeah, we have, but maybe we got to go to the wiping. Maybe guys are afeared that they'll feel gay if their finger touches their anus.
Not me. I wash my ass with clitoris juice.
but maybe they will. I was wiping my ass and I felt a little good. I think I'm gay. I got the gay in me.
Yeah, something felt weird, and I don't know why I was having this little Korean boy wipe my ass. I don't understand why.
I had all of a sudden I wanted to go to the gay pride parade. I don't know why.
I'm no idea why. All of a sudden I wanted to sit at home and I wanted to watch Ishtar and listen to Leslie Gore records. I don't know why.
Yeah, guys have some hang-ups, don't they? Don't we?
For real.
There are some hang-ups gentlemen have.
Mm-hmm.
But that right there, that's something that bothers me when people say, I was talking to this gentleman on the phone. My Jody will oftentimes convey stories to me from people she's talked to on the phone who it's just unbelievable conversations. So I was talking to a lady on the phone. Do not assume that you are talking to a lady. All right, it's just this is an assumption that should never be made over the phone,
or pretty much ever over the internet. Anything. Somebody.
No,
never. It was a while back, so I can't even remember what the context was. But it doesn't matter because somebody on social media commented about something I did not being ladylike, and I was like, and.
Oh God, I remember those days.
Yeah.
I take umbrage in that myself. I think I'm not the gentleman said. I'm just. There's just that assumption that people are, and you're talking to fucking criminals and assholes but I guess it's better than saying, so I was talking to this wife beater on the phone.
Yeah.
And he says, I mean, maybe you don't want to besmirch their bad names.
See, that's why I stopped saying this lady and I started saying this bitch.
But everybody knows.
I cannot wait until we stop doing the show and the next iteration of the show when Jess says, well, that's when I just started saying.
You cut out, so I lost you after, well, that's when I started saying. Christopher.
I'm expecting to see his little thing go away here in a second.
Yep. Which that was probably funny. Well, that's when I started saying.
It was very funny, actually.
When I started saying, what? The suspense is killing me. Now you're fucking with me.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually not fucking. I'm coming up to this stupid intersection where it cuts off.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was just over at my storage locker where it cuts off always in the storage locker too, even though I had a easier time talking to you there. And what I was saying was, boy, I can't wait till the next iteration of the show when Jess starts calling them, hey, they.
Oh, my God.
Like, hey, bitch.
You cut out right when you were hitting the punchline again.
Well, it obviously doesn't matter. It obviously doesn't matter.
God. Now we hear him so fucking fabulous.
It's funny. I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and she's not. We did not grow up really knowing much about each other because she grew up as part of a. Without going into too much detail, she grew up as part of a religious cult, basically, that she is now out of, and she's really just trying to reconnect with family.
Is it the Witnesses?
Is it that same cult? Was it the Leah Remini cult?
No, different cult.
Anyway, the Witnesses.
Well, the cult itself doesn't. That's not the point. That doesn't matter. The point is, she said the word "fuck" in the phone call, and then what she said was, I'm so sorry for the language, but this fucking whatever. And I said, excuse me, excuse me. Do not ever apologize for saying the word fuck to me. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Though it is a little alarming when I hear my 16-year-old grandson say, God damn it. It jerks me a little bit. I mean, it just does a little bit. It not because I think the language is bad, because I have no problem with the use of it, with using that language. It's the placement. Oftentimes, young people's placement of those words is poor.
By the way, reminds me of the thing with my shirt last week. It was the day after we recorded our last episode. And so I was on with IT, and we were trying to troubleshoot whatever the problem was with my computer. And then I was asking about a camera setup so that I can have guests here in my studio, and I can do video content as well. And so he said, okay, let's bring in this person from our podcast division, and she can tell us what the best stuff is to get. And so we're chatting online back and forth. And then she says, can we jump on a quick Zoom? This would be easier to have a conversation. And so I was like, yep, I'm free. And the three of us jump on this Zoom. And when we get done, I kind of lean back and stretch and look down and realize that my shirt says, I'm a fucking lady. And I don't know that woman that I was on the IT guy I knew would be cool with it, but I didn't know the woman. So I had to send another message and be like, I just realized what I'm wearing. I'm so sorry if anybody was offended by that. But she thought it was funny, so it was fine.
You were not sorry.
Well, no, not really, but also I'd like to keep my job.
Sorry.
I would like to keep my job.
Yeah, that was an empty sorry.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that suck though?
For that to be the reason I got fired?
I don't want to say wouldn't that suck, but it sucks that wearing a shirt like that might offend somebody so much that anybody, not you particularly, anybody would lose a job. Well, it's like,
wow.
It just seems like it's not something that we should fucking worry about and concern ourselves with.
Well,
so I shouldn't go to my next job interview with my shirt that says my labia brings all the boys to the yard. I shouldn't.
Job interview different, Chris, than people you work with.
Yeah. I see. I just wanted to make sure.
I wouldn't wear the labia or the labia shirt. I would not show either of those. So I would say keep your labias in check and your labia T-shirt in check. Just my feeling, Chris. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong. It might be absolutely appropriate to let a labia show while on an interview.
I've never
depends on who the interview is with.
What did you say, Jess?
I said I've never done it.
No, and you've never.
I'm guessing it gets in the way of your cock.
Oh, Lordy. So here is something that has been. You guys know that I really, really dislike bicycle riders because they are the fucking rude motherfuckers. I don't dislike bicycle riding. I dislike those fuckers on the road who think somehow they're not beholden to the rules of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking today. I had to stop. I almost jacked a guy. On one of those motorized bicycles. Because
sounds like your weekend, Jess.
Right?
Yeah.
I almost fucking took this guy out. He is putting his motorized bike. He's not even fucking pedaling. He's on a moped, basically, riding across the crosswalk. He hits the blinker, start going off. I fucking got to jack up for this dumb motherfucker going across the crosswalk on his bicycle, on his moped. Fucking dude, just fucking cross the road like you're supposed to when you're on a motorized vehicle. I'm bad behavior is bad behavior. I know it sounds like it's a picayune kind of thing, but fucking you have to obey the rules in order for life to fucking move forward kind of nicely.
Civilized society is what we call it.
It is, and you gotta obey the fucking rules. You're supposed to.
I was laughing yesterday because this road I was driving down, they had put in those speed cushions, and for a long time after they put them in, well, because they're square, they're not the kind that they're not a speed bump that goes across the whole road. And for a long time after they put those in, the shoulders were open, so you could go around them without having to go over them, and you still couldn't speed. Like there's mailboxes right there, like you can't speed through there once they're on there. But I guess people were upset about them going around, so the city came back through and put up those posts in between the speed cushion and the curb. And then made that little area, they put the little bicycle symbol, so that's the bike lane. No human, the way this road is not wide enough for bike lanes on both sides, no human could get between those posts, and they would get knocked out by every mailbox that they went past.
Let me talk about the bicycles for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a time, Jess, before I worked with you, that I was running the radio stations for the Washington Redskins. Okay. And we had a guy on the air on one of the stations called Tony Kornheiser. Okay.
I remember Tony.
Maybe you've heard the name. So it's a Friday morning, I don't know, 11:59, top of the hour is about to hit. And Kornheiser's wrapping up his show, and he says, all right, next week we're going to have blah, blah, blah here, blah, blah, blah. And listen, this weekend, if you're heading up the GW Parkway and them bikers get in your way, just nudge them over. Just hit them with the front of your car. Have a good weekend. Tony Kornheiser. Okay. Guess who got to answer those fucking phone calls? Jesus
It's
Christ.
funny because it's not me, and Tom Whalen didn't say it on the air.
Exactly. No, this was 100% true. This happened in 2000 and God, what was it? 2009. And that's when they started saying, you know what? Somebody from ESPN now has to listen to the show as it's being recorded, and you have to tape delay it. You can't do him live anymore.
Well, as I remember watching Kornheiser, he's kind of a little in the Jess area where he's pretty snarky of a guy.
What? I'm not snarky.
Jess isn't snarky.
Thank you.
No. Yeah, he's not. He's snarky, though, Jess. I know you're not.
I'm not.
I don't know. Jess is just a bitch.
I was going to say delicate flower, but whatever.
All right, either one. I mean, it's a cinnamon. It's in Roger's.
It's a cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon. It's a cinnamon. Don't worry. It's just a cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon. Don't worry about it.
It's another word for something. Just don't worry about it.
Got it.
It's all right.
Fine.
Oh, I am bothered by. I really am bothered by people who don't sort of obey the sort of norms of the mores of a civilized society.
Those aren't even mores; they're fucking laws.
Yeah, folkways. Yeah, mores and folkways. Yeah, they are laws, but those people somehow always think that they are above or beyond it. So either the people with tons of money who think they're above it all, or the people with no money who want to say, well, I've got nothing anyway, so fuck you. It's and then the rest of us are in the middle, and we're all trying really hard to be good little doobies.
I think
do you guys remember that?
Plenty of people in the middle who also just don't give a fuck.
Oh, I think there are now. I think there
are so many people on the road who just do whatever. They just put their car wherever. They don't look or signal or anything.
Well,
I can't. I had to drive all the way to the other side of town the other day, and my blood pressure, if I had taken it, probably would have been higher than it's ever been because of these
people
fucking
have stopped using. People don't use their directionals anymore at all.
In Nashville,
what are you in driver's ed class?
I've never seen this anywhere except for in Nashville, where if somebody wants to get over on a highway, so you're coming up on, like there's backed up traffic in these two lanes, but you need to get over here, and you're in this lane, you will come to a complete fucking stop on a highway, and you'll use your signal then to let everybody around you on the highway know that the reason you're at a stop and not going 65 miles an hour is because you waited to get past all of these cars that weren't moving so that you could get over closer to the front.
You know, people shouldn't have horns or turn signals. There just be like a speaker on the front of the car attached to a microphone with somebody in Nashville going, "I'm coming. I'm getting over there. Move." I'm coming.
Yeah, I've often the two things I would like to drive are I've always thought in my head that if I was an asshole, I would like to drive like a 1975 Chrysler New Yorker and just fucking wail into people with it. It's a fucking tank.
Yeah.
Or I'd like to have one of those just a sign in the back of the car where you could type in something on there and it would just blink in the back saying, "You're a fucking asshole," or "Hey, dickhead," or these fucking people who, when they park, take up 2 parking spots because their car is too precious and they don't want you to be too close to it.
Mm-hmm.
fuck you. I must admit, I usually put a cart behind their car. I do. I'm sorry, I do.
You're the cocksucker that fucking zip ties carts to door handles, aren't you?
Oh, I do carry zip ties with me. I have not done that because I don't know the door handle. The handles. I can't with mine. I don't have that kind of door. I had another Tesla fire here this week.
Go figure.
Yeah, I don't. You know, we also probably had 3 cars with gasoline engines catch fire too on the turnpike. So
see, there you go.
Fuck, yeah.
Have I ever mentioned who the provider is of music in the main Tesla dashboard?
Yes, I think you have a deal with them.
Yes, we do. We are the music provider of Tesla.
God knows AM radio isn't.
Yeah, that's true.
So did you get to meet with
No.
with what's his face?
Elon? No.
You didn't get to talk with Elon?
No. I'm sure somebody
he looks like a guy to me.
in the company did, but he no.
He looks like a guy to me, or he appears to be a guy to me. Not looks like. He appears to be a guy who would kind of be an asshole in many respects. Just saying.
Have you not heard the rumors?
I mean, but he might be just a generally good guy. He might be a good guy, but he's just a guy that when you hear him talk, he sounds like he's just a guy who has complete contempt for everybody except himself.
Mm.
That he views everybody as a fucking idiot. And
I know I do.
He is kind of I do too. I think you can start calling me Wally Musk. That's because I don't shower, the Musk thing. That has nothing to do with my name at all.
Because you don't shower.
Yeah, I try to carry that manly musk. Because, manly men, they have skid marks and a musky odor.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're working all day. We're scratching our asses. We're working. We're sweating down the crack of our ass. We're getting skid marks. Mm-hmm. And we smell musky.
Yeah, that's why.
That's what a real man is.
Mm-hmm.
See, Jess, that's where you're going wrong. You're looking for guys who maybe, or you've looked, maybe who bathe, maybe shave now and again, might wear clean clothing.
Yeah, my bad.
Don't smell like feet.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my standards, it's awful.
Yeah. You got to start looking for a guy who smells musky, doesn't wash his ass, has you know what? Go by the house, Jess. See if he's got laundry hanging that his mom hung out his laundry, and see if it's skidded up. If it's skidded up, there you go.
I mean, if his mom's doing his laundry already, we're already talking about a prince.
Well, I gotta think. You gotta believe that a guy who thinks having skid marks in your underwear is okay, his mom's doing his laundry.
For sure.
There's no way that he's living on his own with a woman who has a job or a career and is okay with skid marked underwear.
No, the whole point of the video that I saw was that women can't include that in standards because we're too picky, because we don't understand that real hardworking men have skid marks.
I'm gonna say, I work kind of hard, but I wipe my ass. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. TikTok says you're not a real man. Have you tried going to Chase Bank and see if they'll give you any money?
No. So there's two things my wife has worked in banking for 40 years, 40 years. Yeah, she'd know all the bank tricks, and she's been doing my laundry for 30 years. I can tell you now, if I was skidding up a pair of underwear, I'd be doing my laundry.
I don't know why you're not doing your laundry to begin with.
My wife wouldn't put up with that shit because it all goes in the same box, and she throws it in the same bucket, and she throws it in the wash on her way out in the morning, on her way to the what you call it. If I come home and it's still in the wash, I throw it in the dryer or something.
Okay.
Because my wife does the laundry. She does the laundry for the same reason that I change the tires on her car. Because that's her gig, and the tire changing is my gig. That's
How often
wrong.
are you changing the tires?
Oh, just twice a year.
How often is she doing the laundry?
Twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. But it's just the way it works out. Jess, don't try to turn it into a thing.
It's a thing.
It's not a thing because I cook dinner 6 nights a week. My wife does not cook dinner. I cook dinner.
Okay.
Although she does, if it's sandwiches, she'll make sandwiches. But cooking, that's me.
Okay. See, I would have brought that up in the balance conversation, not I fucking changed tires.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Go ahead. You broke up.
I said I would have brought up the cooking in the balance of work conversation, not I fucking changed tires.
I didn't say I fucking changed tires. Now you hold on. I just said change tire. Yeah, I mean we split our shit. She does certain shit. I do certain shit. Like I vacuum now and again. She vacuums more often than I do for sure. But a lot of that stuff she does on her way out of the house in the morning. Because I leave a couple of hours before her. She doesn't want to hear a vacuum cleaner at 5 a.m.
No, I would murder someone.
Yeah, she doesn't. No, but like this morning I think I left at 5:45. I left kind of late, and she was actually already up and ready to go. This age thing makes my sleeping habits not as good as I'm telling you. Up. But I've always been up. I think I've said this. Always been up 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, ever since doing mornings.
Not me.
You, I know.
Not me.
I know.
Not even when I was doing mornings.
How do you do it? But so here's something interesting though. The other night, you and I had a conversation. What time was it? 11:30.
At night.
Was it 11:30 your time? 12:30 my time?
No, I think it was about an hour earlier than that. I think it was
11:30 my time.
I think it was
10:30 your time.
11:30 your time. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty. I was sort of surprised that you were, chatting with them because I thought you probably was sleeping earlier.
Oh, I guess it was 11. It was 11:30ish my time. No, I mean I'm always pretty much up that late because I usually go to bed around or go to sleep around between 11:30 and 12:30. But before I go to sleep, I'm listening to an audiobook and I'm, doing some kind of game on the tablet to kind of wind my mind down.
Something like that.
Touching myself.
Touching myself.
She's pulling the vinyls. She's listening to the vinyls.
All of those things.
She's got to get the clitoris oil saved up for you, Wally.
Right. But that means that right before I actually turn out the light, I look at the phone because I'm turning off the book and whatever else. So I see your message come in.
Yeah. See that, Chris, Jess and I having late night conversations. Where are you, friend?
Asleep next to Jenna, or trying to be when normally I'm hearing.
See, I was going to say he was touching himself.
No. Yes, I'm touching myself listening to the fucking Hogwarts. That's exactly what I'm doing.
The Hogwarts.
Jesus Christ. It's seriously. Sounds like a combination between, somebody choking on their own fucking snot and, walking down the hall at the Hogwarts Academy. It's a combination of the two.
Okay.
I have, what I've been having lately, so I had insomnia for a while, but now I find myself dozing at about 9 o'clock and then waking up at 10:30 and then I'm awake till 2. And then I sleep again till like 4:30 and I'm up. I've been having fucking very erratic sleep patterns. Do you guys sleep all the way through, or do you have a sleep for a few hours, wake up for a couple hours, and fucking go back to sleep?
There's two choices, Wally. Either I wake up or I piss the bed. There are two distinct choices. That's it.
Yeah.
I think I've said it before. I have pissed the bed.
I have pissed the bed. I have shit the bed. I have shit, barfed, pissed the bed. Okay, all at once. All at once. 3 holes at one time.
No, I have not. I have not done the shit the bed. I have pissed the bed. I've pissed the bed as recently as maybe 2 months ago. Not a full-on piss, though.
Dear Jenna had a stomach illness the other day, and she was laying in bed, and she farted. I'm like, okay.
She thought she did.
And she farted again, and she's laying there. She's laying on her stomach, and the ass is in the air, and she lets another one, and I'm like, God, that smells horrible. And she jumps out of bed and runs. Okay. So I'm only going to assume that she fucking shit her fucking sweatpants.
Talk about a skid mark.
Yeah, that ain't a skid mark. I mean, and the sound
that was road rash.
The sound of that thing sounded like fucking Niagara Falls.
It was like a gurgly geyser sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Old Faithful letting loose.
Yeah, Old Fartful.
Yeah, I have not shit the bed, but I have absolutely, and I don't piss. I piss the bed, or because I'm dreaming I'm taking a piss.
Oh, I've done.
I will make up. I wake up, I'm having a dream like, oh, I'm in the bathroom, or I have just a water-like dream, and I wake up, well, oh no.
See, and I walk around, I'm in the dream like that, and I can't find a place to piss. I like open the toilet, and there's like 20 people standing around watching me, or there's, shit on the seat. So I look for another toilet somewhere, and I go into a room that I know is a bathroom, and instead of having a bathroom in there, there's a shower and a milk crate or something. I mean, it's the weirdest fucking thing.
No, I'm with you on that. I have these fucking dreams that I'm taking a piss, and next thing I know, I wake up and I'm pissing, and I also take a medication that makes you pee. You pee excessively.
Yeah, my dad's on a diuretic like that.
Yeah, and it's fucking part of it is that thing. So I can drink a glass of water, and I think I probably piss 4 glasses out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a shock.
No, what I'm taking in is not equivalent to what I'm putting out.
Well, if you look at what I put in my stomach and what's coming out of my asshole, it's definitely not an equivalent there either. Okay, and I went to the doctor. I got weighed yesterday, and I'm like, that is impossible because I put in a pound of food into my mouth and 6 pounds come out of my asshole. So that is not, it can't be true. It just can't be true.
Your shoes are too heavy. I always say the same thing. My shoes are too heavy.
Oh, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh God, should I take my wallet out of my pocket? Should I sit my cell phone down? Should I take off my flip flops? Maybe I should do something different here.
Yeah, when you're doing the way, all those things seem like, oh, that's probably weighs a pound. You take everything out of your pockets, and it's 8 ounces. You're like, oh fuck.
I mean, and the worst one I've ever done is gone and getting your morning weigh in. You go and you get on the scale, and you go and you take this big shit. And
proud
then
of.
you take a shower too, and then you're like, God, I got shit again. And you sit down, you take that other shit, you get up, you re-wipe your ass in the shower, make sure everything's cleaned off, get on the scale, and it's 2 pounds heavier. What in the fuck?
My wife tells me that you should not weigh yourself after showering because your body gets rehydrated from showering somehow.
Oh my God.
That's what she tells me. But I have one of the absolute worst ass wipes there are is if you're taking a shower and all of a sudden you go like, oh man, I think I need to take a shit. And in mid-shower, you have to go out because something about the warm water just gets things going, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe doing the spray up your ass loosens shit up. I don't know. But then you try to wipe your ass with a wet ass with toilet paper. It's not an easy task.
Oh, it's not, because you always get the fucking wrinkleberries that fall. You start attaching yourself to the hair.
Oh, you get back in the shower and you can clog the shower up with all the toilet paper that's stuck in your asshole. See, Jess. You know what, Jess? I'm gonna have to. Men are different. That's all there is to it. We are fucking wackadoodle.
What? This is news to me. I am. Let me sit down. I'm shocked by this information.
We may have a few idiosyncrasies. There may be some things that we do that are different from what women do.
You don't
I'm
say.
just saying.
You don't say.
I don't even know how you can say things like that. I mean,
well, you know what it is. I'm very woke in that area. It's all about being woke.
I just don't understand you.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fucking. It's baffling how, and men I think are different in women in this way. That men can be fucking absolutely disgusting and sort of wacky like that and stupid, or they can be coiffed and metro and, you know, well groomed. Women to me are generally just all the same. They're pretty decent. They're usually clean and they smell nice, and men don't give a shit, and men are dumb lots of times. I know I'm an idiot a lot of the time, and I look at myself and say, how am I so dumb? I'm not a dumb guy, but that is dumb. and I just don't. I just think men make excuses for their bad behavior. I don't see women make excuses. Like, Jess, I don't know that I've ever heard you make excuses for bad behavior or stupidity. No, I don't think I ever.
I feel like I did that when I was younger, but then I sort of grew up and realized as much as I hate other people not accepting accountability for their own shit, then maybe I should accept accountability for my own shit.
I want to see the TikTok. I want to see the TikTok explanation on the skid marks. I have to look at it now.
You do.
I've got. Is there a specific guy who just makes excuses for men, or is this is just an isolated sort of TikTok?
Jess has made a lot of excuses for men.
Well, not anymore.
Hey, that's it.
Not anymore.
Men make excuses for men, and see, that's the thing. Now, men do not make excuses for women. That's
correct.
No.
Fuck them all.
No, because they're too busy making excuses for themselves and calling us terrible people if we don't accept their excuses for themselves.
That is exactly right, you psycho cunt.
Women
better
will
say
make
my name with your whole
men.
chest, motherfucker.
That's it.
Women will make excuses for men. Yeah, we saw your shirt.
Uh-huh.
What did it say again?
I'm a fucking lady.
That's right. But women will make excuses for men and will forgive bad behavior of men.
That's because, and I can tell you this from experience, especially with my stupid ex-husband, that if I were to say,
that's the nicest thing I've ever heard you say about him.
Yeah. If I were to even ask a question that might convey that I might be thinking anything negative about his behavior, he would immediately jump on what a terrible person I am for thinking that he could possibly do such a thing, when really it was just whatever fucking excuse he's weaving about that thing.
It's Jess. It's a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
It is like your life was an episode of Three's Company, the one with a misunderstanding.
Yep.
It's your inability, Jess, to understand the male psyche.
Yeah.
It is. And it's frankly all women. All women that just don't, understand. I understand that I'm going to be getting a letter from Gloria Steinem in about 10 minutes. And that's okay.
If you're lucky, you might get one from Gloria Allred too. The two Glorias might get you. You'll get Gloria Steinem and Gloria Allred.
Well,
fucked.
Let me go ahead and give you the joke before I get off here. Gloria Steinem and Gloria Allred would both sue me over.
Great.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Henry Winkler, you know him, right?
The Fonz.
He's a fabulous guy.
He gets on an airplane and he's getting into first class, and there's a good-looking stewardess comes up and says, "Hey, you want a drink?" And he says, "Yeah, thank you." And she brings him the drink and says, "Would you like some headphones?" And he says, "Absolutely, but it's pronounced Fonz." And there you have it.
Henry Winkler would never.
That's a good fucking joke. I'm using that joke.
This show is so much better than last week's.
Oh,
Amen to that.
Last week's. I mean, and to be let's all be honest. A test of the emergency broadcast system would have been better than last week's show.
Agreed.
But that's fine.
Agreed.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we said last week though, in all of our defense, I know Jess and I both said we were feeling very sort of out of it.
It was a weird
week. I was.
Yeah. So
it was. It was weird. It was a weird week. All right, you guys, have a great week. Rest of your week.
All right,
Good,
you
y'all.
too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.